up on Twitch.
I got YouTube up.
Twitch.
Well, it's not up.
There goes YouTube.
Well, it's not up.
There goes YouTube on Twitch.
Man.
Alright, I got sound too. Alright. Hello and welcome and/or welcome back. We have two this week, so after this one, if you're watching, we'll stop YouTube and we may keep Twitch rolling if we get viewers. That's to be determined. But the first one is going to be about a movie called 100 Meters. So this was Izzy's pick. It was supposed to be done last week, but technical difficulties. So,
Apologies.
oh no, it's no big deal. Who gives a shit? But, yeah, so we're here doing it this week. So, you want to give us a brief rundown of what it was about, or you just want to get into it?
Just a quick little summary. It's about a boy, eventually two boys that are one of them runs pretty fast, and the other one just runs to escape, I guess, their life. We never really get the answer to that, but anyways, he grows up pursuing to be the fastest guy, and the other guy was just naturally fast. They go through their life and careers and both race the 100-meter dash. A couple of things happen in between here and there, but ultimately they get to the finals, and it ends up being more of a philosophical story than the racing story, and it turns pretty deep, pretty fast, and a lot of more characters are introduced, so that was pretty cool towards the end.
Yeah, Travis don't think too good.
I did not love the ending. The rest of it was great. Which I was surprised by, because I'm not a big sports anime guy. This is the first one I've ever watched, to be honest with you. They've never appealed to me. So I was going into this movie expecting this is gonna be boring. It was not. It was really good.
Yeah, I've never seen Hakuya, never seen Blue Lock. I guess Blue Box is kind of a sports anime, but it's really more of a love story, so I guess I've seen that.
I'd argue Hunter x Hunter is more a sports anime with the volleyball.
So
training the head.
Why there are such niche sports animes. Like Blue Box has badminton. Like, dude, name me one American movie about badminton.
I think it's a cultural movie. They play it more in.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to give me an answer. I wanted you to agree with me.
But, yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
All right. I guess. Go ahead. Let's go ahead.
All right.
Run in.
Start. Number one, story and writing. Doesn't make sense. Didn't keep you hooked.
Yeah. I mean, it made complete sense. Towards the end, maybe less for Trav, but it did make sense.
No, I mean, it made sense the whole time. It's just they're building. We'll get into it as we get closer to whatever. I don't know. I guess this is story and writing. So, the whole movie is building up to this last race, right? Even all the tension, all the stakes, everything. It's building up to this last race, especially for the main character, because he could hurt himself, career-ending injury, if he does this race, and then it ends like that.
Yeah. So the ending is whenever they're running on the big stage. This is for the championship in Japan, right?
Yeah.
For the championship. Mm-hmm. So they're running, and it's tied. Tagachi and Komiya.
Yeah, and the older dude.
Komiya.
And the older dude. They're all right neck and neck. And right before they finish, it just cuts black.
It shows you snippets of, I guess, the after.
The aftermath, the confetti and shit, but it doesn't show who won.
No.
And at first it was like, what the fuck? But I understand that it's the point of the ending is that it's not about who finished first. It's about the reasons that they do what they do, like the reasons that they run.
Yeah, I mean that was a huge theme during the whole movie. I mean, but still, come on, give us something. Who won?
Yeah, I mean that's the
God dang it!
It doesn't matter who won. It's about why they did it. And
yeah, I mean
it's pretty interesting. It absolutely sucked. I did not like it. I would love to see who won, but I get it.
Yeah, they definitely flipped the narrative of the movie with that part of when they turned it into like more of a finding a meaning of why they run, and right before the race too, because they were doing fine before it, and injuries, and then also just the coming back into racing, those things because of the big time jumps in between the stories. You know, you have to, I guess, get hooked back in with the character and see what they're up to.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna, like, whenever it first started, I thought it was gonna be him as like a young kid, and then like it transgressed like to him going to junior high and then high school, or I don't know how it works over there, but into high school, and then him like winning a championship or something like that.
Yeah.
Fucking totally wrong. Like, it does show a little bit of him in high school, but he's not really running at that point. He gets back into running, but he stopped. And then whenever he grows up, Tagachi, the main character, isn't very. I mean, he's good, but he's not as good as what people thought he was going to be.
Yeah, he's still a professional runner, but like there's a scene where like he's about to be let go from his agency because he hasn't been placing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got really excited whenever they're like, "We're gonna go ahead and extend your contract." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like,
Yeah, but he was like, "You barely made it this year, so don't get too excited." It was brutal.
So it was like I was completely wrong, like off the rip on.
Yeah, I thought exactly the same thing. I thought it was just going to be his story about how he slowly becomes the best in Japan and eventually runs against the kid that he taught how to run in elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was completely wrong.
This is a wild part of the story. But
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, dude, that kid is fucking.
I thought he
He's
had
out
like
there.
I thought he had asthma. I thought that was going to be a theme. Was like this kid because when he's a kid and running, dude, he sounds like he's about to die every time.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
he always eats shit.
Yeah,
And right at the end, dude, he just.
Face plant, yeah. Good old slide.
Yes, it makes sense. I think it's very well written for a philosophical, especially when it gets to the latter half. And it did keep me kind of intrigued because what I thought was going to happen didn't, but I was very happy with how they did it.
like I will say the first little bit of it is pretty slow to get into. It doesn't hook you immediately. It's a slower burn. Granted, it's only an hour and like 27-ish minutes
Yeah, like
long,
hour
right
and a
at an
half,
hour and a half. But the first 10 or so minutes were a hard watch for me because, like I said, one, I don't really care too much about sports stories, and two, you know, I was going in with the mindset of, oh, this is going to be a generic like zero to hero type of anime. So, you know, I'm like, I just didn't buy in until it started. Pretty much after that like first race they had, where like Komiya got way better at running and he beat him like they were at by the riverbank. It's like that's when it's like, okay, this is gonna be a little different.
Yeah.
I agree.
Did like the build up. I mean, we can dive into two characters. I mean, we're pretty much dancing around it with the development of them and just how you become invested in them because, you know, you see them grow.
mean, for the most part, it's really just about the main guy. Like Komiya, like disappears for probably an hour of the hour and a half runtime.
Yeah.
Like
he
he gets
even
like
after he
he gets
only
like
4 scenes.
4 or 5 minutes in high school while they're in high school, and then all of a sudden it's like he's not back until like the qualifying rounds of the final race.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you definitely really feel for Takashi, especially at the latter half. Whenever he's like, he went from hero to zero.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then
he's
back
trying
to
work
hero.
then he's trying to work his career back up, and then whenever like that scene where he's telling the kids like he's at the park.
oh yeah, dude,
They're
that was
trying to
brutal.
like figure out how to run, and like he's like trying to teach them, and then as he's teaching, he starts talking about himself, and then he starts crying. It's like then I really felt for the guy,
Yeah.
and so I did care about Tagashi. I really wanted him to win. I think Komiya is kind of a prick.
Yeah, I mean, the whole movie is really to get you to just really like Tagashi. Like, because, like, the rest of the characters, it's like, yeah, they're cool. Like, the high school track club, you care about them a little bit while they're around. But, like, they have that relay race, and you expect, I would have expected at least 1 or 2 more scenes where they were like, oh, yeah, because we won the big relay, now we got enough members. It's like, nope, time
More
skip.
people.
Right after the relay.
Yeah, time skip. they run the relay, time skip. I was like, oh, this is where it's gonna head. Like,
Yeah,
this
because
is how it's going to.
you would have think that it was like the dude who was like in the track club that was the star when Tagashi was a kid, like the high school star. You'd think it would have been like his comeback story, and it was just relay race. 10 years later, that was it.
They're in their 30s.
Yeah, you do see him again. He didn't make it as a pro, so.
No, wait. You did have Komiya take him out in the race. That guy, he made it to the semifinals. Yeah, the high school.
Oh,
race.
true. Yeah.
He's like, you better watch out for that Komiya guy. He's fast. And they meet. They meet in the tunnel. He's like, I'm gonna beat you out there. He's like, good luck.
I forgot about that.
You're
right.
Like a prick move,
I guess there was
some kind of dickish.
There was another scene then about the high school track club after the relay
So
race.
it's like they just had like time clashes because I mean they were in the running realm, so it's like bound to happen. Yeah, I do think Tagashi was gifted. Definitely understood that early about himself. Then became subject of making that his personality, and I mean it wasn't bad. He was definitely fast, but then whenever expectations were getting very high with his agency, and I mean he was trying his best, but just couldn't make it after a while.
He just ain't fast.
It hit him. It hit him hard. Yeah, at the park. That was pretty brutal.
Yeah, that was a brutal scene.
Yeah. But it's good. I like it. It's very competitive. The racing, that older guy with his philosophy of it being his reality was interesting. That guy definitely didn't win.
Yeah, this is if like I feel like if you still have the mindset of like, cause like we're 29, 30-year-old dudes, right? It's been a long time since we've done any type of competitive sport, right? That mindset's out of our heads for years, 10 plus years at this point, right? So, if you're still a younger kid, like maybe college or high school, you could definitely relate to these characters a lot more, especially if you play sports, because you still have that mindset of like, you want to win. You're not playing the sport just because you're doing it because you want to be good, right? Your goal may not be the best, but even if you're playing it, it means you enjoy it. So, right? So, like, you can relate to these characters better, but they're written well enough to where even like me, guy who's never ran in his fucking life, still enjoyed the story.
Yeah, I really felt him whenever he turned 30 and about broke his knee.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, dude, that's kind of my speed right there.
Yeah.
This is what awaits. No, I do think the buildup of the pressure from the competition and then just the antagonist realizing, what his life has been, it makes it a pretty solid story.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
All right, 3, animation and visuals. How good does it look?
I fucking hate rotoscoping. I fucking hate it with a passion.
Same, but also, man, the characters' faces as kids are almost identical to how they are as adults. They put no time or effort into changing their looks up at all. Like, it's disturbing seeing them in elementary school. Like, they look like grown men with little fucking midget bodies. It's awful. Like, but the animation is good overall, I would say. But the character design, like watching, like I said, the elementary scenes are kind of rough, dude, because the character designs are bad.
I feel like if they would have kept the rotoscoping to the running part of the movie, it would have made it feel more unique. It would have dragged or like picked up
the running and his breakdown in the park. That's where the rotoscoping deserved to be. That was it.
Yes. I did the rotoscoping. I don't like rotoscoping, but the thing is they went to like a traditional anime style when they ran, like when their eyes are bulging, like at the very end, and that's cool animation. I fuck with that.
Yeah,
but, like, the entirety of everything else was like it was mainly rotoscoping, and I fucking hate rotoscoping.
Give me the start like dash that they do in Roto, like just something that shows me the full, like
the first like 3 strides is all they need. Yeah, I mean, but overall, I'd say it was good. It wasn't great. It definitely was better than average. But the rotoscoping takes away from, like, it's hard. There's scenes that are harder to watch than others, but overall, it's an enjoyable like visual experience.
It's better than an AI generated anime scene
or CG,
but it's not traditional. Like traditional's up here, rotoscoping, and then like the other ones are way down here. So there's still a gap for me in rotoscoping versus traditional, but it was good enough.
Yeah.
It was good enough.
I think it definitely took away for me on the anime side, on the visual side of it a little bit, because the racing scenes were pretty explosive. Like when they're all running and he does that like grin and stride, where he hits it and then he presses down and like there's like almost like a Jello effect.
Yeah.
Happened with the track in his foot. I was like, yeah, this is the type of he's about to take off. So
Yeah, like that's the type of
good.
scenes that we needed more of. That shit's cool. Like even in a like, cause all he's doing is like he's just remembering his form in that scene. He doesn't. He even tells the kids in the park, he's like, you don't run, you hit the ground with as much force as you can, and you kick it. Like you kick the ground and you launch yourself. Like that's his form. And when he remembers it, it's like, oh man, that was electric.
Yeah.
And the rain race was so intense. Too.
Yes.
Oh, the rain race.
The
especially
rain,
when it
I
starts
mean,
going,
just-
like, fuzzy.
Just
Yeah.
pounding on him. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
like it starts getting louder and louder and louder and louder.
That was some of the best rain animation I've seen ever.
They
Since it was rotoscoping, do you think they took scene for scene and stroked all the raindrops?
No.
They rotoscoped the raindrops.
So, yeah, I felt bad for that race though. I was like, dang, it's raining. They're gonna cancel the race, right? Because the suspense was already there. I was like, oh, they're gonna delay this race or something.
That would have been a shittier end.
So we got section 4, sound and music. Does it sound like peak anime?
Sounds good.
The sound is good. The music's just, I mean, there's not a lot of music actually. It's like very.
Yeah, you would think. I thought it'd be a lot more music heavy, especially during the race scenes.
Especially during the races, but it's very like there. I've noticed that a lot throughout the series that there's not a whole lot of music that plays. Like it's very.
Yeah, but it's, I mean,
just
sound.
effect.
As far as voice acting goes, voice actors are great. Nobody really stood out as a. Oh, go ahead.
The kid Komiya voice was not it, bruh.
Well, Komiya as a kid in general was hard to. He looked like a fucking pedophile.
He looked like very tired.
Reverse pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Pedophile
was suffering, but we
inception.
never know of what.
He's fucking like it's like Comey. Even like the thing is like Travis said earlier, he looks the exact same when he grows
It's
up.
it's disturbing. They all do.
So they all do. He looks
Like
exactly
even in high school, it like fits them because then their bodies fits their fat fucking heads. But when they're in elementary school, dude, it is awful.
It's rough.
But I mean, sound is fine. I mean, like I said, nothing really stands out sound wise. You're here for the story more than anything. Like if you're
And the narration of it all, for sure.
yeah.
I mean, when the rain came in, that was really neat. How it got louder and louder and louder. And
Yeah,
louder
that-
and louder.
like that
Took off
stuff.
and ran. That was pretty cool. Like there were certain things that they did that was cool, but like there's not really any music or anything to talk about. Like it's very just.
Yeah, what stood out to me
Mundane.
was when they were racing. The breathing,
Mm-hmm.
the crowd, the footsteps, you know, the click of the like pistol.
Yeah, it reminds me. I mean, it reminds me like thinking back to when I. This is not comparable, obviously, because it's a completely different sport. But play tennis, it's like the thoughts you have in your head while you're playing, like trying to outmaneuver your opponent or whatever. It's like it's either you're zoned in, focused, and all you hear is your breathing, or you're like, you know, pumping yourself up in your head. Like that stuff. That part of sound design, it was great.
Yeah.
And it's good because you are following his story, so
Yeah.
experiencing that as it's happening. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right, 5. We got world building and lore. Did the world feel alive?
I mean, it's so concentrated around just the 100 meters that,
very
and it's modern day Tokyo. So you know that's the setting. There's no, I don't think besides the characters, obviously, there's no like made up thing. There's no power system. There's no. It is all like real world athlete kind of things. So the story build or the world building in this case is more so the character's background than anything that would be world building. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
if we take world building as background stories, it's great. But if world building in the traditional sense, it's absent.
yeah, and uh, they didn't have like the character wise, like when it comes to background, the supporting characters. I think there's only like, what besides Tagashi and Komiya, I think there's only like five. Like the three
Five.
runners in high school.
The
His
three
other
runners in
hired
high school, and then the main
second
guy
one.
Setsuya or whatever, and the
Yeah,
older
the main
dude.
runner and then the old dude. That's it.
I guess you can
That's
count
all-
as
that's it.
manager, kinda.
The
Kinda.
captain? Could you count the school captain he raised?
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess you could Komiya.
Mm.
Like, are you talking about Komiya?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could. He had like 2 scenes or something like that. But there's like, it didn't really go in depth. Like, there's no backstory
No.
for those characters. Blah blah blah. I think it was very focused around the 2 main characters. That was really it.
Yeah, very grounded anime. Very believable. Towards the part where they were older is where it got a little bit more difficult because you're in like competitive running, so you have to find agencies and make this your whole job. To where I just like have never seen anything like that in the real world. So understanding it, you know. So I
Yeah.
guess
Well, that
I would
part
imagine,
that
like,
part was
Olympics.
genuinely pretty light though. So like, even like for me, like same thing as you, someone who doesn't understand how agents work for professional athletes, it makes sense to have one. Like for example,
Yeah.
Diego Pavia didn't get one for the draft, and guess what? Went undrafted. Not because he didn't have an agent, but also just because he's a fucking midget.
That doesn't help.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I don't know, especially when it gets to the later end. I guess there's a little bit more oomph to it because you do get the agency side. You get to watch them, like talk to what's the main runner that won all the stuff?
Setsuya.
Tetsuya.
I
Like,
think.
you get to
I think that's his
see
name.
something like that. Like, you get to see a little bit more of him. Like whenever you actually get to see him race and stuff. So
Yeah.
I guess it kind of builds up to a little bit more background, but realistically, it's all about the 2 main characters. That's really it. And one main character you don't even really see a lot about. It's really about Tagashi. That's it.
Mhm.
So not a whole lot of background.
I'm surprised we didn't have a little time hop in parallel.
I was expecting that
to
too
keep
at
up
some
with-
point.
But all right, so I mean, this leads into emotional impact. Did you feel something from this?
I mean,
Yeah.
at the end with
Like-
Tagashi.
Like I said earlier, if you still have the athlete mindset, I think you feel a lot more than somebody like us would. But it's still a story that I got engrossed in, and it was enjoyable. I started really caring about Tagashi. I really wanted him to win. But I couldn't put myself in Tagashi's shoes, for example, because
Yeah.
I'm not fast. I didn't run for like school sports or anything like that. So, but I could put myself in his mindset of, oh, I want to do this and I want to be good at it. Like that's as far as I
Yeah.
could relate to him.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a whole lot of relation to it besides, like Charles said, like wanting to be good, like him feeling how he feels, trying to put your mind into that mindset to whenever you were playing a sport or something like that. And kind of like the realization is like whenever you're young and you want to become a pro athlete, and then you have that moment that you know you're not going to be that, right? And he kind of gets that whenever he's like, "Oh, you're hurt. Here's a full-time position as a coach," and that's like his realization. Like, this is it for me. Like, I can either not do it or I can do it. So, I did feel that from him, but I don't have that drive. I'm like I said, I'm not playing sports or anything. So.
Yeah, I did enjoy seeing how they experienced and handled the, I guess, breakdowns of trying to find purpose or like being burnt out and just feeling behind because that guy, I mean, he lives pretty much as like a first place spectator, the older guy. 'Cause
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like watching his reality in front of him, and I feel like that's almost his drive. He's like, I just want to be the first one to see it, like right there. So that's what keeps him going. So any sort of
Yeah.
purpose that drove them was interesting to see them run.
Yeah, and seeing the different perspectives. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we're gonna hit originality and identity. What makes it different?
Well, I mean, what makes it different for me is it's the first sports anime I've ever watched. So it was in my world, it was extremely original. I don't know how original it is compared to every other sports anime out there or even movie, but I mean, the originality is that this is the show's called 100 meters, and all this show is about is the 100-meter dash. Like, it
And a
owns its title
And
and what
and the
relay. And a
relay.
relay.
and the relay at some point. Yeah, it's very relay heavy for about 10 minutes. But I mean, like the whole show is just about being an athlete. So for me, it felt original because every show I watch is about a dude that's being dumb to girls that like him or fucking fantasy. So
Yeah, or
Yeah.
getting hit by a truck.
I enjoyed the psychological battle side of it instead of just the tournament hype type of anime.
Yeah, I don't really watch sports animes, so it felt original. I don't know of another anime, a sport anime about running. Is there another one
No.
that you know of? So I guess in that original, I mean, it is original in that aspect. But again, yeah, I don't watch sports anime, so I don't know much about
I
it.
did think back to our days in soccer though, where we would be running, and I felt like we were runners. It was definitely, it was relatable in some aspect. Yes, it's been some time, but still, there were some parts where
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, that running's intense. Cool. We have consistency. Let's stay good the whole way through.
no.
No, the first part kind
The
of sucked.
the elementary school part is rough to watch. I just think it's
It is
rough to
slow.
watch strictly because of character design, and it's a
Yeah.
slow burn. But now the middle to the end, it's extremely consistent, except the end. I don't know why they thought that not showing who won was a good idea. I get the message. I get what they were going for, right? This show is not about the final race. It's about why they do this, what their mentality is, blah blah blah. But still, who doesn't want to see who wins? Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
minus the
And-
first
and-
15 minutes, it picks up heavy after that, and it stays great
Especially when they
the
get
rest
out,
of the
when they
time.
get into high school.
Could you justify it with the after credits cutscene?
Oh, I didn't know
Of
there
the
was an
ending of the
after
race.
credits. to this
No,
question.
no. Would it?
Oh
be-
yeah, that would have been great. If they still wanted the impact of black screen after the confetti pops and someone wins, crowds cheering. Now if they would have been black, if they would have went black screen, 5 minutes of credits or whatever, and then at the end it's like the podium ceremony, like they're putting medals on motherfuckers' necks.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Even if you don't see the faces and you just see the uniforms, like just
Yes,
something,
yes, yeah.
right?
Them walking away with their medals. Yeah, something cool.
I mean, it is what it is. Of course, everybody wants. At least I wanted Tagashi to win. Komi's kind of a fucking dick.
He
I don't know.
had a
There's
goal
something's
in his
wrong with
mind.
him. Up
His autism is running. That's all he thinks about.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
all he knows.
That's
Dude,
all he
he's got
did. Yeah.
tons of burgers in his ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he was a kid, dude, he was just running to run. He didn't even know what he was running from. He's like, what? He didn't really have an answer for it. He just like, I guess, had an answer for the first time when he talked to Tagashi.
Yeah, because at the
In
end,
the
it's like
animation-
I think Tatsuya asked him why he runs. He's like, I want to win. He's like, that's a lonely,
anim-
that's a lonely attitude. Because let me tell you,
The
from the front,
animation
there's
style.
nothing to strive for.
And that was a
The
good
animation
reflection.
Yeah, that was
from,
amazing.
Yeah, from the
The
other opponent.
The animation.
No,
style
so,
of
but-
whenever he was
No, I'm just kidding.
the animation style of whenever he was younger and he was running, Komiya, whenever he was young and running, the animation style was awful, dude. He was like fucking
Yes, yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
this shit.
It looked like he was in a mosh pit, dude.
Yeah, it was bad.
All right. So, yeah, definitely great. I understand the ending. I saw a lot of split within like reviews and forums of the movie, and it's understandable. I mean, it's a movie; you expect a certain type of ending.
Yeah.
Enjoyment factor. Did you actually like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was good. Would I rewatch it? No. Would I recommend it? Maybe to some.
Yeah, it's definitely not a
I mean,
first.
I'm not upset that I watched it. Like it was good. It had me intrigued the entire time. But you know,
It's definitely if you want a bit of a slower anime, like
Oh yeah,
something that
100%.
like wraps it up and just gets it done. You don't have to binge a whole weekend or a whole day to see it. You just get what you need out of that. And you're
Yeah, I
good to go.
mean, for a movie format, I don't know when we get to this, it would have been a horrible TV show if it was a 12 episode one, but an hour and a half was pretty damn good for the story.
yeah, maybe 6 episodes. Like it took.
Yeah, if it was a short one, like
If it was,
I could have
'cause
gone for a little bit
Six
more
episodes.
time in high school. Like I would have liked to see the track club develop a little bit, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
maybe see what his like transition from high school to professional running looked like. That like some of that would have been interesting, but even without that stuff, it was still enjoyable.
Yeah, like
For sure.
I thought it was going to go elementary, then he gets into high school, and then that's his rise to fame.
Yeah, that's what I
Like
thought
he
too.
quit running, and then he was going to join the relay, get the track team back up and running, and then go win state or whatever it is. And then we had another jump. So I think I probably would have enjoyed a little bit more, like you said, Trav, on the relay and kind of getting the track stuff up and going. They probably could have done a couple episodes on that.
If it was consistently the 400 meter, I think it would have been doable. Because it is a 100 meter, the 10-second race, you can't really make a season out of that.
Yeah.
You can
Well, I
only
was
run so
thinking
many
that
races.
they might have been able to do like a relay to get the track team more traction, and then they
Don't
started
have enough
qualifying
members to
for-
do something besides the relay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I think if the whole movie was just 400 meters, they could have made it into a season.
Yeah. Because then
No,
they would have
probably,
had to
yeah,
follow 4 characters the whole time. Yeah, that could have made
Yeah,
it
yeah.
a show for sure. But it being what
I
it
doing
was,
100.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. If you just took it where it is now and then put it into a series,
Yeah, it would have been too long.
Yeah,
12 episodes, way too long.
Yeah, it's an easy watch. Definitely less on the fun hype side, and definitely a good like immersion of who these characters are.
Hmm.
yeah, it's a breath of fresh air. It's more realistic than the things that we normally watch. So it was kind of fun to see that.
It's a great while you're in between things for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Number 10 is the impact and legacy. Does it matter in anime culture?
It's fairly
Yeah, I
new,
think
so it's kind of hard to
it's-
say. It's like brand new.
I mean,
isn't
there
it?
it
Yeah,
came
it's
out
new.
this year. I think everybody's saying that's already supposed to win anime movie of the year. So I guess if it does do that, then yeah, the impact is pretty large.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
it is a movie. I think it will make a bigger impact than if we were
Yeah.
talking about
If it was a series, I agree that probably wouldn't have done that. But since it's a movie, I think it probably will win anime movie of the year. And I do think it will have an impact in the movie culture.
sports on genre or something like that. at
There's
least?
sports genre, yeah.
Yeah, it'll definitely have a big impact there. But I mean, also on the flip side, to play devil's advocate, that's not a huge genre. So
Well, look
No,
at the
it's
ones
not.
we have though in the sports genre. There's like 20-year-old basketball animes volleyball, basketball animes.
yeah,
that are
and
still
people
the
love them
top
still.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it'll definitely have a lasting impact unless, for some reason, if somebody comes out of left field with another sports movie and just stomps this one into the ground, which I doubt. But yeah, this one, I mean, it was good for the stuff I watch and all that stuff. I don't think it'll have a big impact for like the main culture
No.
around.
Bubble. No,
Yeah, the main anime bubble, but it'll have its little niche, and it'll be the king of that niche for a while.
Yeah. Sweet. What would you give this anime as the final score?
I'd give it a 7. It could probably be a little higher. I don't think it's cracking into 8 for me personally. But if it had an ending where I could see who won the race, I'd give it a 7.5. But I'm docking it a half point because that was disappointing. Even though I get, again, that that's not the point of the whole movie. But it still would have been a satisfying ending.
Yeah.
They probably going to come in at a 7.25. The reason why is because I mean the ending would have been cool, but that's not really not my biggest gripe. It took like an entire point off of rotoscoping, and just in general. But I would really like them to have kind of played out the high school aspect a little bit more. I
Good.
get why they didn't, but it would have been fun to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say pretty like entry 7.3. The rotoscoping for me definitely slowed it down a bit, to where I was like, man, does it stop at some point?
Yeah.
But it didn't, so it was fine. But
It doesn't.
I think if it would have also had that ending scene, that
Yeah.
would have brought it up a bit.
Like
yeah, I
if,
probably would have given
if,
it like maybe an 8.
if the
I'd
story
give it an
wasn't
8.5.
if the story wasn't as good and as like if they didn't make you care about Togashi as much as they do, this would have been a hard watch, and it could have easily been a 2 or 3 because of the animation and the art style. But it's like, man, all of that was easily overlooked because of how well written of a character he was. I think genuinely.
Yeah, no, I agree. Tagashi is the only reason why I kept watching it, because I did start feeling for him. I started, like I was like, oh my god, dude, Tagashi has got to win.
Yeah.
He's got to. Like at some points, like whenever he was like hurting himself, like when he hurt himself, I'm like, dude, fuck. Like
Yeah.
I actually felt bad.
Yeah,
It brought
dude.
it down pretty hard. Yep.
Yeah, I felt real bad, and I was like, oh shit, dude, this sucks. So yeah.
All right.
It's a great. I would say a must watch, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
man.
into sports animes, it's a absolute must watch. Even if you're not, I would recommend it. If you're like already into anime and you like and you want something just completely different out of your wheelhouse, if you're like me and all you watch is romance and fucking fantasy and action or trash isekais, this is a very enjoyable this is like if like the only show you've ever seen is like, I don't know, like say Dexter, this would be like watching, I don't know, something like fucking,
Criminal Minds. I don't know.
no, it'd be like watching like, fuck, I don't watch a lot of real TV shows, so I can't make a good comparison here.
It'd be something
Yeah.
fucking like the Bernie Mac show, son. It'd be like
Yeah, it'd be like
That's
watching,
way different.
it'd be like watching MASH, or not?
Yeah.
Is that the old show? Yeah, MASH.
Yeah, no match. It's something. It's definitely something different. It's definitely more, like Travis said. I'm usually into slop shit, so this is kind of more realistic. It's a little bit more of a breath of fresh air. So it's definitely worth a watch. Definitely watch it, even if you don't like sports animes. I'm not a big fan of them, but it was definitely good.
Yeah.
Great.
Rock on. All right, well, I'm going to press buttons so that I'll be able to upload this video separately, but we'll be right back with Sentenced to Be a Hero. Give us like 2 or 3 minutes.